Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Main Character Syndrome. I'm your host, Cheesymanfredo, aka Alfredo Morales. And before we get started on this episode, I'd like to thank our previous two guests, C-Toll and Super Spo. You should check out the previous episode where we talk about the Miranda Cosgrove stalker and how much Australia sucks. But enough about that, let's talk about our current guys right here. We got Spadeheart and Spiral. Go ahead and introduce yourself, guys.
All right. My name is Spiral. You can. I'm an artist and currently working on doing animation, and that's all there is.
I am Spadeheart. That's my
what do you...
superhero name, and I'm also an artist in. Sorry, go ahead. What's up? Anyway.
What? I didn't say anything.
I sound like you're trying to interrupt. But anyway, I'm also an artist. I'm trying to also do like YouTube videos where I do like little mini video essays on like whatever game I feel strongly about has come out recently, like Pokemon Legends Arceus or Phoenix Rising. Those are my two longest like video rants. I also do like Let's Plays. I'm trying to do like art videos too. I'm drawing pages for my comic Alters. It's not like huge yet, but I'm just getting a feel for drawing right now, but that's pretty much it. I'm also based in San Diego, like this guy, the clown of the hour here.
Oh wow, dox me, why don't you?
His house number is 3,
JK.
in case you guys wanted to know.
His home address is 665. Spade, would you say you're the African American angry video game nerd?
No, I'm Bizarro Andre the Black Nerd, is how I like to think about it.
You're Bizarro, so you hate the Smurfs and TMNT.
I don't like the Smurfs. I'm not big on TMNT. I don't care about most Marvel movies.
Do you think you guys could like kill a Smurf? Like if
Like,
I gave you a Smurf,
do I
that
have
was
the
alive and
ability
could talk?
to, or like,
Ooh.
or
Do you
would
think
I?
you have it? Do you think you'd have it in you to kill a Smurf? I mean,
I think
Probably
I feel like I wouldn't.
I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
I feel like I'd pick one up, and I feel like how easy it is to do it. Like once I like, kind of like I. Do you guys sometimes get this thought with like smaller animals when you pick it up and you realize,
Oh, okay.
wow, this is tiny and fragile. I could easily crush its head in.
You know what? I
Yeah,
changed my
it's
mind.
scary
think that-
to know that.
Considering yesterday I had to do that because I posted a picture of the lizard in my bathroom yesterday. And I stared at it for like 5 minutes because I was like, what if it fucking runs away? Then I just have a lizard in my apartment. So I had to pinch it with my 2 fingers, and it was like, it had its mouth open like, ah! And I was like, shit, fuck! So I had to carry it to my door. I just stared at it some more while it was in my hand, and I just threw out the door into the bush. But I'm like, how the fuck did it get in here in the first place? This place is pretty tightly wrapped. There's no holes in the wall as far as I know. So a full ass lizard was just in the bathroom. I'm like, what the... But yeah. So
What if
maybe
it
I
came
won't
out
kill
of
the
the toilet?
Smurf. Maybe.
I feel like it's hard to kill a Smurf because it has like a personality.
It's
You know?
just a
I mean,
tiny little guy. You wouldn't
Personality?
kill a tiny little
It's
guy.
like their adjective.
Oh, you wouldn't kill a
Smurf.
tiny little guy.
You wouldn't hit a little guy on his birthday, would you?
Like, oh yeah,
What if, like-
I'm economic Smurf. That's my deal. Like, I'm racist Smurf. I'm
If you had in your hand child
okay, well,
molester Smurf, would you murder?
If there's like a Smurf whose whole deal is being racist, I think it'd probably be okay to kill that one.
Yeah. What are you saying?
Like, I
wouldn't
killing
feel
is
bad about
justified when it's someone
Yeah.
you don't like? That's
Yeah.
not cool.
What if you do kill racist Smurf, but it's kind of like the ending of the first Wonder Woman movie where it's like she kills the main bad guy, but she's like, oh wait, but violence lives in the hearts of man. It's like racism
no.
lives in the hearts of Smurfs.
Racist Smurf will never die. He'll live on in the hearts of everyone.
every Smurf is like a little bit racist. That's why they're all blue.
Oh, shit.
The gray Smurfs aren't around no more. They wiped them out.
It was a 2 Smurf genocide.
Is there gray Smurfs?
I don't know
No,
if they're
I made
canon,
that
but they
up.
were in that movie.
Oh,
The
the gross
Smurfs
looking
2.
movie. I remember.
There's like
okay.
one.
Katy
there's
Perry
like,
Smurf.
it,
Or I don't know
yeah,
what
the
it's
second
Who's
one there's
Katy
like two
Perry
gray
Smurf?
Smurfs.
Yeah, there's two
They-
gray
they-
Smurfs. Yeah,
They corrupt like Smurfette.
they're pretty much
I
wild
remember
style.
that.
If you, they're the wild style archetype. Like, oh, I wear a beanie. I have like highlights in my hair. I'm the edgy, cool princess Smurf. Like, okay, I get it.
What's your guys like favorite wild style character? Like Asian girl with like one streak of
I know
like
exactly
colored
what you're
hair.
talking about.
Do you guys have one in mind? I don't think I
Man,
have one.
I don't
now
have
I think
one.
about it
I gotta.
because I never
that's
even
something
liked.
gotta
I
think
never
about.
really liked. I never really liked that aesthetic. To be
I don't like that
honest.
character archetype either. But the most recent one I can think of is that rabid character with like the green hair with a giant sword. Like that's pretty wild style.
From
that
that new new Mario
Rabbids game
From
yeah.
XCOM game
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
the new Rabbids XCOM game. Did that come out yet? 'Cause
Not
I
yet.
remember when that dropped, like everyone was
it's
drawing
not out
like
yet.
ass shots.
Oh no.
They're drawing like booty shots of that rabbit character.
As is their
'Cause, like,
God-given right.
because any like slightly chubby character that has it in the waist, they're kind of like, I better draw a picture of my dick in that, guys. Oh,
You got to. I mean, if you don't, who else will?
true.
you gotta cover
But
that
anyway,
base.
let me ask you a personal question. Do you guys feel like you're the main character or you're the side character of your life?
Main.
If I had a gun to your head,
Main.
like you feel like you're main. You feel like you're main character.
Yeah. Everybody.
Hmm.
Oh. I'm open to the possibility of there being other main characters. If that makes
I
any
think,
sense.
I think you should dye your hair, Spade. I think you should dye it like a wacky color. That'll give you more main character energy.
I
in
was
my
thinking of dyeing
opinion.
it white or getting like a white afro from like the Halloween Spirit or whatever.
I white sound. A lot of thing about dyed hair is that a lot of colors seem cool in the moment, but you have to take in mind that's gonna fade over time. So you're just gonna look a lot.
Oh, it's just gonna get gray
grayer
hair.
and older.
Just gonna get gray
Yeah,
hair.
yeah, exactly.
But dude, that's why I
It's
buy
not
a
like,
afro that I
it's
can
not-
just wear.
It's not like a
It's,
storm.
you know,
who
like
just
people wear
constantly has
weaves.
white
Why can't
hair.
I wear a
White
white
hair doesn't
fro?
fade. Okay, you should probably get a better one than what they have at Spirit Halloween, because all those are just like cheap costume wigs.
I don't know. It's economical.
It's economical, but yeah, I go to Spirit Halloween. I buy their steampunk goggles. You know, I wear them around like normal.
Yeah.
Like a normal piece of clothing.
What,
I mean,
Alright,
like,
you're not supposed to do that.
if you buy
wait,
the
hold up,
if
hold
you
up.
buy the goggles out of season, they're really expensive. It's like getting a jacket for the winter. It's like
Hold up. I stop the auditorium. I stand up from my seat. I point at Spiral in the audience and say, like, you've been dodging the question. Are you main character or side character?
I don't know. I think main character, but like of a really chill and low key story that's about cool people hanging out.
yeah, I wouldn't really
You're
call
like,
mine a
so you're like the
syndrome
main
either.
character. You're like the main character of that one MTV show. What's it called? Downtowners or something? I
I
forget.
never heard of that one.
It's somewhere where it's like the most of the dialogue is like improvised, and it's all like a white guy, and he has a crush on like a goth girl.
Whoa.
I forget. I think it's called Downtowners.
That's exactly the kind
It
of
doesn't
thing I
seem
like.
like it's called that because it just looks. I looked it up. It's just Downtowners New Year Brigade. It's like an event plaza in Pennsylvania.
Well, I'm
then I
am
probably
the main
have the name
character,
wrong.
and I am the coolest and the strongest, just like my
I'm the
idol
coolest. I'm the strongest. Yeah.
just like my idol Shadow the Hedgehog says, "I'm the coolest."
I'm the coolest.
That's my catchphrase as well.
I'm the coolest.
my favorite memory is being
Oh, man.
dead.
That's so funny because now you bring up Shadow the Hedgehog. I kind of have something on the docket that's Shadow the Hedgehog related.
Oh, is
Is
that why I'm on this episode?
Yeah, I was trying to see if I get another Sonic person, but everyone's been busy.
I'm kind of a Sonic person.
And then I'm like, oh, yeah, and then I'm like, oh, Spade is like a content creator too, so I got Spade. And you're both black, so that makes this the black episode.
Oh my god.
This
We
episode
got
is so
representation,
progressive.
baby.
Yeah.
We had the girl episode, we had the white supremacist episode, and now we
Wait,
have the black episode.
who was that one?
That was
that was-
the one with Ben Saint.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the one with Ben
no.
Oh, God.
Well-known racist Ben Saint.
We still
He's probably
Interesting.
Don't.
I'm
I'm not serious.
no Ben saying isn't racist. He's just he just like when a black person sits right next to him on the bus, he just stands up. That's
Boy.
that's not racist.
No.
It's just,
They walk
No,
they
that's
walk an
not
extra 6
racist.
feet away on the sidewalk when they're oncoming.
Look,
Like,
he-
okay.
look when he sees a black person in line at the 7-Eleven, he usually kind of waits a while until that person's done with their purchase. Then he goes up. It's not racist. Like, come on. That's not true. This is all I made this up.
Okay.
All made up. But anyway, speaking of Chow the Hedgehog,
He's black.
what's your guys' opinions? What's your guys' opinions of these black creatures?
They're kind of disgusting.
Disgusting black creatures.
Yeah.
Get out of my sight.
I'm gonna bring up an example of a black creature, if you will.
All right.
Oh my god, I gotta be fucking specific.
Where
I
is
typed
this
it in
going?
and I typed it in, and I got a Kanye West song. Not black creatures. I don't want to spoil what it is. So I'll show you guys what I mean when I say
I don't know anything about Kanye West, so I will have no idea what you mean.
the original black creature.
Oh,
Okay,
Oh,
Shadow
you know
is
what?
black
That
creature.
also came to
I-
mind.
I love these little guys.
Oh, how can you be so heartless?
yeah.
No,
I typed in
there we
heartless
go.
in the first. Yeah, like
See, the heartless are
let's talk
cool
about
though.
They're great.
this- not just heartless, but the fucking shadow face, bright eyed aesthetic, if you will.
It's great.
It's fine.
Vivi,
It's a really
best
Yeah,
character, one of the best Final Fantasy characters of all time. Best character design.
Oh yeah, Vivi. Or are you gonna say
trying to
Vivi?
think of like other creatures with this kind of look.
I thought Vivi was a girl.
Vivi is like non-binary. JK, I don't know. I made that up.
Vivi
That
is
was
heterosexual, and they love big titty women.
I'm trying to think. Oh
Wait, is Vivi a
Is that-
heartless?
is-
If you think about it.
Oh wow. Is Final Fantasy connected to Kingdom Hearts? What the
Vivi.
fuck?
Well, not anymore. They cut it out for Kingdom Hearts 3.
That's not true. It's there.
But you had to buy the
Oh, no.
DLC.
I was gonna. I'm reminded of when I was looking up like shadow creature monsters, and I was like, oh, there's one in Kirby I remember, but then when I look it up, I'm like, oh no, you can't. Oh, you can't do that nowadays.
Oh, Wham Bam
Oh
Rock.
yeah, Wham Bam Rock.
Yeah, Wham Bam Jewel. I don't.
I thought in
The-
the Superstar one they changed him to be blue, and then the Super Nintendo
this
one he was black.
Wham Bam Jewel, when they I don't remember if Wham Bam Jewel was in the original game.
Oh, it was Wham Bam Rock, I think.
Yeah, Wham Bam Rock is in both. They redesigned it when Superstar Ultra came out, but Wham Bam Rock in the original game is
Yeah,
is real fucked up.
He's much worse.
Yeah, that's really fucked up. I wonder where the idea of like a creature cloaked in like shadow came from. I'm a big fan of this kind of aesthetic because it's nice and mysterious. It looks like the redesign for like Superstar Ultra does not change too much, so it's still kind of like sussy looking.
I think that isn't that one from the original. I think this is the one from Ultra.
That one's like
huh.
that's Wham Bam Rock.
Oh, is that still Wham Bam Jewel?
Yeah, okay. Wham Bam Rock. Once you defeat him, he becomes Wham Bam Jewel.
But that one looks like a modern design. I don't know. It looks like a. I don't know. I've never seen that one.
That first
Okay,
one you
I-
posted, that one looks.
Okay, the
Kinda
first one,
okay.
I'm pretty sure the first one is like from Superstar Ultra.
Yeah.
I think you could probably like justify it the fact that you give it a third eye and the lips are more orange.
Oh,
Then
he's
red.
the one that's like mostly brown is in like a different game apparently. The one with the huge
Ah.
big red lips is the original Super Nintendo one.
You guys ever seen You guys know the manga Jiji no Kentaro?
No, I don't
I've
read
not
shit.
heard
I
of
don't
that.
read shit books.
It
Ooh.
wow. Okay. I just assume it's shit. Okay.
Anyway,
Okay. Don't
go
like.
on.
don't like that attitude. That attitude won't get you far on this podcast. I'll tell you that much right now. But if I show you an image of what Gigi no Kintaro looks like, you'll probably recognize it because it's like kind of popular.
Well,
You seen this guy? This guy with the like, with like the peekaboo bangs.
I may have seen this. I've seen this character design before, but I've never seen this character.
I've never seen it.
He's done like, there's been like a recent anime of this character.
He looks like the kid from Excel World. I only ever watched one episode of that though.
I've never seen Excel. Isn't Excel World the one by the Sword Art Online guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that the one where like the fat guy like it has super speed in the game because he's fat and his heart palpitates faster?
What the fuck is that? What it's about?
Like a hummingbird?
That's what I'm thinking. Or
I
am I
watched
thinking
a
something
single
else?
episode of this in like middle school. I don't actually.
Oh wow.
know.
Okay,
Oh,
here's like the
okay.
rebooted version
Whoa.
of it, and more recent. In Jiji no Kintaro, there's like a creature called Blackbeard, and he's like, he's literally like his design is literally just he's like what Black Matter, Dark Matter and Kirby is based on.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
but-
I can. Yeah, I see that.
That
Yeah, so
is neat.
he's called, what was that?
I was saying that's neat.
Yeah, but what's interesting is that Blackbeard is actually like he's like one of the main villains in Jiji no Kintaro, and he's actually the leader of the American yokais because the series is all about like Kintaro helping yokais, and Blackbeard is like one of the bad yokais, and he runs like the American yokais. He's the leader of the American yokais, and all the American yokais are like the universal monsters.
Oh,
Those are the American yokais.
that's pretty cool idea. I like.
Yeah,
that.
that's a pretty interesting angle. I don't know if I think he does show up in the reboot. I'm finding a lot of like lowly-fied versions of this character, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'll tell you that right now, gamer.
What do you think of Blackheart from Marvel? He's a black creature.
Oh yeah, I like his I liked how he looked in Marvel vs. Capcom, but I still don't get like why he looks like that. You know,
I think he looks badass.
I think he looks cool, but like,
Is
he
this
always looked
dude's
more
story?
alien. Wait, hold up. Blackheart. Okay, you might have recognized Blackheart because he was the bad guy in the first in the first live action Ghost Rider movie, and he looked nothing like he
What?
looks like in the.
Oh,
yeah, that was
blue fucker right here. That's
Yeah,
not
that's
Blackheart.
that's Blackheart. Yeah.
Or I mean, that's the one you posted. But this guy in the Ghost Rider movie.
Holy shit! Whoa!
Yeah, that's. He looks like
Wow.
that's Blackheart when at the end of the movie when he collects all the souls from the town and he absorbs and he
I thought that was
turns into
just
his
the
final form.
devil. Never
No,
mind.
that was the devil. Blackheart is like the devil's son,
Oh, okay.
and then yeah, that movie fucking sucks. You guys seen Ghost Rider?
I watched it. I
It's
saw
been
it
a
in
long
theaters when it
time.
came out. That's probably the only time I've ever watched it.
that movie has a Rebel Wilson in it, and she's only in it for like 2 minutes.
Was she like the
because
goth
she
girl
plays-
in the new spot?
Yeah, she was
Oh,
like
yeah.
all those like early like all these kind of like late to early 2000 superhero movies always had a scene where like the hero stopped one piece of petty crime. And for Ghost Rider, it's always weird because he's like this spirit of vengeance, like blazing motorcycle guy, but he takes the time to stop one piece of petty crime, and he kills the fucking purse snatcher. Like he does his fucking penance.
His judgment stare.
Can't pronounce it. Yeah, his fucking judgment stare. That like if you've ever done evil things, I look into your eyes, you fucking just burn from the inside out, right?
I mean, stealing a purse
and
is
then,
evil.
I commit acts. I am nefarious.
Yeah, exactly. So you would have died because of Ghost Rider, and Ghost Rider tries that on Blackheart at the start of the movie. Blackheart's like, "Oh, I have no soul, Ghost Rider. It doesn't work, haha." But then at the end of the movie, when he absorbs all those souls, Ghost Rider's like, "Oh, you have souls now," and then he does it, and then it kills him.
He feels all the guilt.
like, damn it.
He feels
I
all
gave
the
myself a
sins from
fuck.
all those souls. He's like, oh no.
Oh no, the people inside of me committed bad acts. Why, why, why is that? Why do
It
you
feels
like?
like this shouldn't work like that. Like, well, I
Yeah,
have
it
the
feels
soul.
like it
It doesn't
shouldn't.
matter what you did in life. Okay, whatever.
It's interesting because it's like when what other piece of media like does the bad guy get a super form and then he gets like an extra weakness because of it? You know, I mean,
Pirates of the Caribbean.
I guess.
They gotta give him.
Oh,
They gotta give him some kind of nerf. It can't make him too overpowered.
I like Ghost Rider 2 Spirit of Vengeance more because the movie's just insane. Because he literally, like, when he confronts, because they do this epic car chase scene and Ghost Rider corners the devil, and the devil is just, like, kind of in his human form, so he's powerless. The devil, Ghost Rider chains him up, and he literally slams him into the ground, and that sends the devil back to hell all the way down. And I'm like, damn, Ghost Rider is OP in the second one, and I really like that until he fights the devil sends like one guy who has like rot powers, and that is a good counter to Ghost Rider apparently in the sequel. It's great. It's great. They should do Ghost Rider 3. If they're just gonna keep becoming crazier and crazier, they should just like
I haven't
make more of them.
I haven't seen
opinion.
that second one, but if it gets Nicolas Cage in another movie, I'm all for it.
Yeah, look at the raw sexual energy of this image.
Oh,
Oh my god.
that's
Jesus
that's
Christ.
not subtext. That's hypertext.
I like
I think we
watching
should,
the transformation scene every now and then in the Ghost Rider 2, where Nicolas Cage is just like, he's coming at the door! He's coming at the door! Should I let him out? Ooh.
Oh my god. Fuck, what was I gonna... I like that in Ghost Rider 1, they were very, like, particular to make sure that Nicolas Cage's, like, skull head form was, like, the same proportions of his actual skull, but then in Ghost Rider 2, they did not give a shit. They just made the skull even bigger. Like, super like, fuck it, dude, it doesn't matter. He's, like, a supernatural entity. Who cares?
On some
Oh my
level,
God.
like, I mean, you can respect both of those approaches.
That's true, but, like, I think it's funnier because the second one is, like, better than the first one. I'm trying to see if there's any, like, good, like, Blackheart figures. I've been becoming quite the connoisseur of fine plastics.
Well, he's gonna be in
So,
Kingdom Hearts 4, so we can see more of him.
Well,
I'm
live
ready.
action Blackheart is gonna be Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh, no, not that one, no. I will actually
Okay.
not like the series anymore after that.
There are like Blackheart figures, but like I kind of don't like how they look, or maybe they're just in very shitty lighting.
I think Kingdom Hearts could do like anything, and I'll just fucking eat it up.
You think so?
Yeah.
Sure,
are you
fair.
are you that
I
are
just
you that
if they
kingdom
if
cucked?
it's like if you would think if they do something that most people would probably think is bad, I'd be like, that's real funny. I like that they did that. It's funny.
You don't want to see Sid, like, I don't know, talking to Spider-Man or something?
Who doesn't want to see that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like it should be like they do the ending of No Way Home, but Sora, Donald, and Goofy are there.
Yeah, just hanging out in the background. Like
Zinging around and back.
in Kingdom Hearts 3, I thought the Frozen world and the what's it called? Tangled world. That's what happens in them. Like Sora, Donald, and Goofy are just hanging out while the movie
They're
happens.
just hanging out in the
And I think that's
background.
funny.
They should
I thought they were a
like,
little
it could
more
have been
involved in
an actual
Tangled, but
story.
yeah.
I wish it was more like it was more involved with the main story, but like
Sure.
it's funny.
Kingdom Hearts. I mean, Disney Plus should have like a service on their platform where like it's like Sora mode, where it's just the movie, but Sora's just in the background. Sora mode, like yeah, like all the fucking all the like movies that were referenced in Kingdom Hearts, they just like digitally added Sora in the background.
I'd love that.
Yeah, I think that'd be fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, what do you think
That
about
Frozen
the
world where you just like they have the whole Let It Go sequence and Sora and Donald and
Yeah.
Goofy are just walking through a blizzard.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, what the fuck? What's the fuck's going on?
and for the Tangled World, it plays those cutscenes from the movie where she's like going outside for the first time, and Sora and Donald and Goofy are just there. They're also in the window watching Rapunzel cry. It's like,
That's
Eugene's
so-
fucking dying on the floor, and Sora,
much.
Donald, and Goofy are just there watching.
That's so weird. What?
Well, I was gonna say, what do you
Just
think
'cause,
about the Chip and
it's
Dale
definitely like
movie?
Disney.
Uh, that might be
That
like
looks
the
so
only.
bad.
I
It's
don't know.
it could be good, but I
It
think
could
it
be
has
good.
it's in a rough like it's gonna be a rough sell
Yeah.
because I just don't like that they fucking like call themselves 2D animated when they're
Mhm.
clearly not. When they're clearly not, it's 3D. They
Like
just
how
like sell
you,
shit.
Yeah,
you
to it.
exactly.
you can't make that joke if if half your cast is gonna look like they're like animated from Ruby.
Yeah.
Right. It just doesn't. It just doesn't work.
They're really
And it's
trying
like,
to pass it off as 2D. It's like, no.
I hope it fails miserably, to be honest, because
Hey,
it's like it's like so it's this is like the simplest thing ever. It's like imagine if they made like an Iron Man movie, but like it was like about Captain America, and like and no one gave a shit because they liked it anyway, and it's like that's a bad precedent because like now a movie could just like kind of just lie to us
yeah.
to our fucking face.
Yeah.
And it's and I mean some people might say like, oh well, it's just so complicated to do 2D, and it's just a special effect really, like when you see a fucking monster, when you see the Thing and John Carpenter's Thing transform, it's not an actual alien, right? But that's okay because it convinces you that it is.
Yeah.
This is like
They're actually
doesn't, it's not
trying
convincing
to sell it to you.
No.
mm-hmm.
Like in this
I
movie,
mean,
it's I don't. It just.
I can see a normie falling for it.
I am just
I
kind of
feel like-
confused about the continuity of it because it's set in the world of like Roger Rabbit, but from the perspective of like all the Disney afternoon cartoons and how they fit into the world. Okay, but now it's like a reboot kind of thing.
Actually,
I
it's
don't know
not.
what
It
is.
says on the poster, it's not a reboot.
But they're bringing it.
not,
Okay,
not a reboot.
wow, they're that self-aware.
That's the main selling point. Not a
But they're
reboot.
bringing it back into the public eye. Like, hey, don't forget about this thing we have going on. Look what we have here. Like, okay, oh shit, my mic. What are you gonna do with it?
I think they mean that by like, they're not like altering. Well, I guess like, I don't know.
And I
It's
hate
like
when movies do
you could
that
say
thing
that
where
they're
they just
altering the
name it
continuity
title.
because like in the original show, obviously it's not
Right.
like a show by actors.
Mm-hmm. It's
Right.
You're supposed to believe that it's in the world of that show, not like, oh, we're characters that during a show in the grand scheme of like Disney cartoons, like Bonkers or something.
But I mean, I guess that's how like a lot of Disney cartoons are supposed to be seen because like they do stuff like that all the time, like in House of Mouse.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say House of Mouse too. They're all like canonically just people in Disneyland Central Zone where they go to the club sometimes. Or
Did you
yeah.
Did you see that one? There was a tweet going around where when it showed that like Peter Pan is like this washed up like fat guy in the trailer. I saw the tweet going around where like it's like, oh well, that Disney like kind of like fucking left behind the original actor for Peter Pan, and tell me if this is cruel or not, but I literally do not give a fuck, because like it's like, oh all you're telling me is that a studio dropped an adult actor.
Yeah, shocker.
That's wow. Okay. All right.
I guess
that happens all the fucking
I guess
time.
Miley Cyrus didn't have that happen to her or any other child actor.
It's like and like I mean that's not like people get fired all the time,
Yeah.
but like does that, are we gonna blame Disney for like this kid becoming an alcoholic? Like might as like don't get me wrong, I fucking hate Disney and I hope they fucking get destroyed in this upcoming battle with Florida. But that being said, it's like people get fired and become alcoholics all the time. Like there's probably, think of all the Disney stars that got fired and didn't become
Oh,
alcoholics.
wait a
like,
minute. Did that actually happen to the guy who voiced Peter Pan?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh.
Like it seems there might be more details. Maybe there's more details that show that it was more sinister than I think it was. But all I'm hearing is that actor got fired, and then they became an alcoholic. Adult actor got fired, then they became an alcoholic, and they frame it as like Disney bad because like in this new movie, the Peter Pan character is this old fat guy. I mean, he's probably not gonna be an alcoholic because this is a kids film and they're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. They did drug reference with the cheese and the rats.
The cheese.
They're like, another, please, another.
I mean, it might be a little bit sus, but it's not that big a deal.
I don't think
It's
there's
not that
good
big a
commentary
deal,
on it. It's just, oh, what if Peter Pan was like a washed up celebrity? Like, you know, how they did Johnny Venture, not Johnny Venture, the Johnny Test,
Quest.
the Johnny Quest equivalent in Venture Brothers. Like, what if he was a washed up,
action Johnny.
Yeah, action Johnny guy.
Okay, wait, before we go on, tell me what you think about this Black Heart figure. I ain't really digging it.
He's really chunky.
Looks
Yeah,
like
none of these
the Predator.
Yeah.
none of these look good to me. Like, I want one that looks like the Marvel v Capcom look.
No Marvel character will ever look as good as they did in Marvel vs. Capcom ever again.
Like, just
Spider-Man looked
first
amazing.
Just give me
the best
one
Storm.
just give me like a guy that looks like this. Just show me. Just give me this.
All of them. Cable.
This is so.
What's her name? The bone lady.
Marrow.
Yeah.
That was a guess.
Oh.
It seems like her name would be Marrow. I think it's Marrow. When I was younger, I would do the thing where I would like check out Marvel. I would check out the Marvel encyclopedia from the library, and I would read all the entries, and I'm like, now I know all the Marvel characters. And this was like a post Iron Man 1 world, and where I still had like bright eyes for the MCU. now I'm tainted.
The illusion is shattered.
Beyond belief. Oh, this one isn't too bad.
I like that it's like really hairy.
Yeah, this is probably one of more of my favorite ones of these Black Heart figures. I really have been like kind of digging these the specific like Marvel action figures. I bought Dormammu. Hold up. Marvel Legend.
I've come to make a bargain.
Dormammu, I come to make a bargain.
Legends of the Hidden Temple, Dormammu.
Yeah, this specific Dormammu figure I bought because I thought it looked rad. And if you shine a light behind his head, it like looks like it's glowing.
Whoa,
that is pretty cool.
And it's a pretty cool effect.
What's that white part?
The Marvel Legends ones, right?
Yeah, these are the Marvel Legend ones.
I think that's the only one of these that I bought is Gwenpool because there's like, it's hard. I really like her, and otherwise I probably wouldn't have bought it because I don't really care about collecting Marvel character figures that much.
I'm gonna say this: the majority of the Marvel Legends look really fucking ugly to me.
Oh yeah, Gwenpool. I bought Gwenpool because I like Gwenpool, but that figure is not good.
I feel like if they kind of, because I think the ones I like the most are the more streamlined ones, or that are more stylistic. I kind of don't like it when like they give a character a very realistic like look or face. I also bought this Ultron one. I thought this Ultron one looked really good.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, because they're all like, I think I got more of a thing for like sleeker figures. I also have that bare arm too now, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah, why do they have like? Why do they come with random arm?
Because the idea is that you buy like all of them, and
you get to build
connect them together. Yeah, and you get an extra one, right? Yeah.
My Gwenpool figure has like a lizard part in it.
But what? Who does it make?
That creates. I think his name is like Ursa or something. It's like a giant bear Russian superhero.
Okay.
I think they had one for like Dormammu, and I think I really want that one, and because he kind of looks more like how he looked like an MVC.
Well,
yeah, this one looks pretty good. I've been slowly growing like a shelf of like villain based toys to create the villain shrine.
Your own little villain verse shelf, if you will.
My own villain verse. Yes, exactly.
So you saying with some kind of villain verse in here?
You saying we some kind of villain?
Just try and contact those people who made those figures of that figure of Rawhide from what's it called?
Glitter Gulch Mine. I mean,
Yeah, long gone gulch.
yeah, that show.
You know, I figure the villain.
You know what's so funny is I think in the background of the Long Gone Gulch pilot, you could see like wanted posters for each member of the Pizza Party podcast, and like it's like, wow, this is like foreshadowing for Nolan.
He got.
He got. That's how the game works, motherfucker.
Wait, what did Nolan North do?
He's
a fetish miner.
Yeah, he's a big fetish miner.
Uh-oh.
We have a handful of friends who have like made out allegations that he like would emotionally manipulate people into getting a bunch of free fetish content.
Uh-oh.
And he at times would commission minors to do fetish content. There's apparently more serious allegations out there, but from what I all I could say right now is that these people don't wish to come forward about it. That's all I know.
He banished himself from the internet.
He did.
Like a year and a half ago or something at this point.
Yeah, and then he came back pretending to be Asian.
Whoa, what?
No, that's not true. I made that up.
Oh,
no,
that's somebody else. That's the other person.
Yeah, that's Puppy. Yeah, that's my next topic. That's Did you guys hear? You guys know who Puppy Chan is? How much of the Puppy Chan?
I know through osmosis from you guys. I don't really keep up with this stuff.
Probably like a 30-year-old woman pretending to be like 18 or something.
I think she is 18 because like it doesn't.
She's 18 now.
Like she's like, I don't think she's like 30. I'm pretty sure she like is like 19 or 20. But she's like mostly known to be like a furry artist. She drew a lot of like cute furries. She does this thing where she draws the same like base furry body for every character. It's like, oh, it's got big thighs. Oh, it's got big titties. And she gives them like these very simple snouts, even though they're all like different, supposed to be like different species of creature, right? And yeah, it's pretty bland. We were mutuals at one point, and she was in my private server for a minute, but she never spoke. Just like a shitload of other people in my private server. That being said, she was more, before all this went down, she was more known to be kind of like this like targeted harassment by Antunes, and it was pretty fucked at the time.
She was a wholesome, innocent little bean who didn't do nothing wrong.
She's just a little bean. She didn't do nothing wrong.
She's just drawing Jacob material for us. It's fine. Leave her alone.
The Antunes thing really kind of boosted her numbers. Really kind of skyrocketed her a little bit more. And then after that, like, it just felt kind of weird, like, following her, because she would always kind of like suicide bait. Like right. Every month she would be like, guys, you're not gonna hear about me in the morning. Like Jesus. And ironically, like shit like that. And at first it was kind of fucked because from the narrative she was selling to people was that she was like trying to escape an abusive family household. Right. And she did manage to get out of it from what I'd known. Right. But she would still kind of continue these like suicide baits every other month. And it was like, by the third one, I'm kind of like, okay, all right, whatever.
But they're at that point they're doing it for attention.
Yeah, and like
right.
I'm of the opinion that like even if they have like done it tons of times before, like you should take that thing seriously. Mm-hmm. But like if you're just like following them on Twitter, what can you do?
Yeah, like if it's a personal friend of yours who's like constantly suicide baiting, then that's like a different story. That is kind of, I'm not gonna give you any fucking advice how to handle that because it's usually case by case.
Yeah.
But if it's like an online influencer and you have a parasocial relationship and it, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, oof. Maybe I should just unfollow. Right.
Yeah.
And she also had this very kind of like she was very hesitant to like classify herself as NSFW artist, even though if she would have done that, she would have to have like force like block a bunch of minors who follow her, and it seemed like mostly it was minors who were her fan base.
Yeah,
And
she did a little bit of a heel turn as soon as she turned 18 to start posting lewd stuff.
Right, exactly. And you know what's so funny is that I followed her on her main and her NSFW account, and there was barely any difference. There was really barely any difference. I'd say there was way more suggestive stuff on the main one. Right?
That was ultimately the problem that people got mad at her for.
Right, and she didn't want to change, and apparently she was also friends with some pedo at one point.
Ooh, that's not a good look.
I don't know the exact details. There's probably some fucking YouTube video that goes more into detail. I forget the name of the so-called suspicious character, but she like when I heard the story, it was like that she like kidnapped some kid after a concert or something.
Oh my god!
She convinced a kid to come with her and her friends like after this concert, and they were all like grown ass adults. It was very fucking weird. I don't know like how true that story was. There was like one photo of this kid in their van, but I don't know how that went. Yeah, we need to get the Daft Peanut video on this stat to find out the real that deep dive instead of me giving you misinformation.
I do like that.
Sleep well.
Whenever they're getting caught, they just
misinformation on the internet.
What was that, Spade?
Oh, I was gonna say I do like that. It seems like when their new accounts get caught, they double down on it, and they're like, "Yep, it's me. What do you got, guys? Leave me alone." Like, and then they continue on with the charade. Like, okay.
What was Puppy Chan's new account? That the most recent one that got?
Oh, it was called Kung Fu Revy, and
yeah,
she would do this thing where, she would do this thing like basically same art style. It was like a slight difference,
and she would like type in broken English, right? That was
right.
Yeah, she would type in fucking broken English.
I only
it'd be so
the
funny
aftermath of that
because I was kind of hoping
once I heard about it, the account was already gone.
Oh,
yes,
funny. Okay.
Yeah, because that shit spread. Yeah, that shit spread fast. People were fully fucking aware. But what's so funny? What would have been so funny? This didn't happen, but I wish what would happen was that it would be so funny. The Kung Fu Revy account got to like 10K followers.
Man, I'm mad.
People just didn't give a shit.
Yeah, but it was like at 100 when it got deleted. It was like at 100 followers.
Okay.
It's just so fucking funny. I wonder what she's gonna. Wonder what her next plan is. But I think her problem is that she's unironically just stuck on Twitter. Like that's like her only source of like interaction with people is probably Twitter. Right.
Unlike me, where I have Twitter and Discord.
I have Discord. I'm hot at the move, but and real life, I have like my partner and roommates that I talk to, and now I have a comic book club. Well, it's a comic artist club.
Yeah, you're going to shows and like having booths. That's cool.
Yeah. I've been at conventions mostly now. It's been pretty sick.
Like I'm not quite there yet, but just need to make a lot more.
I recommend. Look, I'm gonna tell this to everybody out there. Really, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just stop focusing on being a Twitter artist.
No,
big on Twitter. Yeah. Just be like locally known. I think that's more fulfilling.
Oh,
because because like you're getting the human interaction. People have less balls to call you a piece of shit in real life. Right? Yeah. And, literally. Yeah.
I'm not gonna like. I'm gonna say the bar for entry is deceptively low for that kind of thing.
You'll be surprised.
I go to like cons fairly often, and I just went to the Cherry Blossom Festival. I'm not gonna name any names, but
name drop.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that because
I'm not gonna
name
any
names. Who it was,
but
I saw some people selling prints that were, and I saw them, and I was like, I could do better than that. What am I doing?
I get that feeling all the fucking time. Holy shit! I met one guy. I'm not gonna say who it is because I forgot his name. But I met one guy who has like a bunch of prints for a bunch of like just the typical stuff like crossover anime stuff that people like, and he has like his own original like comic series, and he looks like he has like maybe 6 volumes at this point because he's been doing it for a while. But he told me that like literally no one buys them. People just buy the prints. No one's like interested in his like comic that he makes. And I look at the comic and I'm like, well, this literally looks like every other comic. Like this just looks like your typical martial arts themed thing. It doesn't look like anything fucking fresh.
Karate Boy versus the Demon Lord.
Unironically, that's what it was. It was like Karate Boy versus Demon Lord shit, and it's like, please ignore the construction crew outside my window. but it was just so like bland. Like, dude, like really, like you need to like really fucking, you need to stick out. You can't just do like Goku number 5.
See, I'm going to a art school, well, not art school. I'm in a university studying art, but I'm here for animation, and I that's the feeling I get when I see what a lot of other people are working on.
Yeah, I think that's like, as long as you're not like fucking going up to people's booth and just shitting on them like, wow, I could draw better. Like, don't do that shit. And 100%, you probably have, unironically, less confidence to do that shit in real life than like on Twitter.
Yeah.
Has anyone gone up to you at a booth and gave you shit about the big Twitter artist comic?
Literally, no one fucking knows what that is in real life.
Wow.
Because when I went to my first meeting at the Comic Artists of San Diego, I told them that, like, yeah, I actually got pretty infamous for this one meme. Have you guys heard of Big Twitter Artist? And they're like, what's that? Like, none of them heard of it. And then I showed them the original that I made, and one person said, oh, I seen an edit of this.
That's the thing. There's more edits than people who know about it.
Your reputation precedes you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I think
that means you can hide if you make another one. It's like, oh, this is another edit. No, it's the original guy.
You might think the two things that people might be able to like kind of catch me from are like Big Twitter Artists and like being on the Pizza Party podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there's so many people I met that are like, oh, I'm a big fan of Pan Pizza, or they'll be like, hey, have you heard of a guy called Pan Pizza? Ooh. And then I tell them that, like, oh, well, I've been twice on this podcast, and they're like, what? No way. And because they would be like, oh, I love the Pizza Party podcast, but they haven't even listened to any recent episodes. I think as far as a lot of people are concerned, they haven't been uploading in a while, and I mean that's true. But even before that, it probably felt like
me, faithful listener for like 3 years.
Yeah, I was faithful listener for a good while, and then I wasn't, and now I'm a faithful listener again because I have to edit the podcast.
I think I watched one you were on, but. It was just
the last one.
Maybe
was it the last?
It was like an older one, maybe like a year or two ago.
That one where you like came on with a list of reasons why the podcast is bad.
Yes, that was the one. Yeah, I watched that one.
That was the first one I came. Yeah, that one was with Ben Saint. That one's pretty good. I like that one. I think all my appearances. I think my last appearance was pretty good. I still think I was super funny.
You also got yourself banned.
I did. They were like, we
banned.
Yeah, we don't fuck with that Cheesymanfredo character no more.
Don't want you to burn any bridges, huh?
MomoCon is coming up, and I would really, if I have spare income by the time MomoCon happens, I'll Venmo someone to like, if Pan Pizza has a panel, I would Venmo someone to ask Pan to bring me back on. Just to see because I want to see what Pan reaction would be, and I want to see what the room's reaction would be. Oh god, I have a couple of friends who potentially might be going to MomoCon. I'll probably just ask them to do it.
Got some inside agents.
I got some. Yeah, what they don't know, I have friends on the inside. I have friends on the other side, if you will.
You got friends on the other side.
Other side. Do you think it was racist? That guy's name was like the Shadow Man.
No.
No, his name wasn't racist, but the depiction of voodoo was definitely racist.
True. I would agree.
It's all these evil dark magic when that's not really what it is.
He's discussing black creatures again.
Yeah.
I was you guys ever do any of you guys have a TikTok?
No.
I have.
My friend told me I should make one because his friend made $500 sitting on a dog toy that looked like a dildo. I was like, dude, that doesn't sound like it's for me. But it's making more money than YouTube. I'm like,
I bet their friend is probably fucking attractive and has a fat, juicy ass.
Yeah, nobody can.
Well, I only have one. I only have one of those things. I don't have both of them.
I only have one dildo. and no ass to sit on it with.
Gotta get those numbers up. Gotta get another one.
Gotta get them numbers up. Yeah, gotta crank up them numbers. But I go on TikTok, and because TikTok is probably the most fucking crazy accurate algorithm I've ever encountered, because it feeds you so much shit you like stuff that you already fuck with, and it's crazy how like accurate they get you. That being said, I watched a couple of weird like supernatural videos, like shitty security cams, like oh ghost shows up kind of shit, right?
Definitely AD
But,
or AG. Alternate ARGs. That's what they are.
Some feel a little ARG-ish. Some feel like there's some people out there that are kind of like, oh wow, I found this video on the dark web, and it's just like it's like a clip of a short film that was on YouTube or something. Like, okay, all right, motherfucker. There was like one video I watched where it was like in Haiti, and there was like a crowd of people like around like a pear tree, and they were all taking videos of one pear because the pear had like a human face. And the description was that was actually like a thief that got cursed and he was turned into a pear. That's why the pear has a human face. I don't know where it's at. I lost it, but there's some crazy shit that will show up on Supernatural TikTok. I made a tweet about this where I caught a live stream where it was like Mexican ghost hunters like fighting against like these cultists in green robes.
Oh, shit.
and the cultists had like whips, and they were like whipping like the Mexican ghost hunters to go back, but the ghost hunters their only weapon was strobe lights. Like they would put strobe lamps at their eyes, and they would like fall back because it's a fucking strobe light. That shit points to your eyes is gonna hurt.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and it's so funny because like you could hear them say in Spanish, they could hear like, oh, it's hurting them, like they're fucking like they're monsters. Oh wait, hold up. I took a quick screenshot of what it is, but here's like what it looked like.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I wish I had that.
Wait, it was live?
Yeah, it was live. It was like these live ghosts. This is the second time I found a live stream where like there was another one where they're in the graveyard and they're supposedly like chasing after a witch in a graveyard.
I want to know the story behind these cultists.
I think these like I don't know what the story is. I like to imagine that they find like people with alternate religions and they harass them during ceremonies.
I have seen one where I think it was Colombia where a guy found a woman in like this like rock hut, and it's supposedly a witch, and she was like mumbling something, and when he got close she screamed and he ran out the door. But like that's the extent of what I've seen on TikTok. I have no desire to download the app or get sucked into watching all these videos.
Yeah, you could be there. You'd be stuck there for hours. I mean, it's the same feeling of when you start a new social media and there's like so much content to explore at first, but then over time you're like,
and I guess I see what you guys have been sharing in your Discord. That's about it.
I have a friend who sends me, who's a big into TikTok, and they send me like, at the moment there's like 100 plus like TikToks they've sent me in my inbox that I have not watched. That's me and friend of the show Jim Protus, because I have him on TikTok, and I would send him a shitload of TikTok, mostly like pseudo racist jokes, because I think it's mostly it's like TikToks of like funny skits or like of women shaking their titties, or the most stuff that like I said.
I'm sorry, what was the second one?
Funny skits is what I said.
Funny boobies? Boobies are
wait,
funny?
Wait, thanks for reminding me. I need to say the catchphase of the show. We love women. That's right, guys.
Move over, live, laugh, love. Get ready for We Love Living.
We love living, especially if they're women who are alive and are having a good time.
Wow, that was so wholesome. I'm going to throw up.
That's the catchphrase of this podcast. Unironically, every episode I've said we love women.
Oh, you say we love women. I thought you said we love living. I was like, what kind of live, laugh, love shit is that?
Women? Pretty cool, actually.
Women, pretty cool.
I like those guys.
Wow, girls rock.
Wish they were real.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of girl boss movies, like Gone Girl,
like Mean Girls.
Girl boss movie ever.
Gone Girl's incredible. I love
Sucker
that
Punch.
God, Gone Girl is so great. It's so
Like,
great, especially like when you're talking to someone who's super mad about Gone Girl, because it's kind
No,
of
no, it's good when women are evil. They're allowed to be evil.
I what I really like is like when a movie's like, because I feel like the basic kind of bitch normie understanding of a movie is that it has to be entertaining, but no, that's like so limited. There's some movies designed to piss you off, right? Like
Yeah,
you're
like,
supposed to be a fucking upset.
Like Thunder
Right.
Force with Jenny
And
McCarthy.
if you're good and cool, you can fucking revel in that anger. That's and it's great.
Right, exactly. There's some movies that there's some movies that have entirely different goals than entertaining you, because that's just art, you know. And Gone Girl's one of those movies where it's like, yeah, we want you to be super upset. We do know.
And it's great.
It's fucking great. You know, it's about time girls get their own fight club.
Yeah,
I say
That was
Women-
Mean Girls.
it's okay when women are evil.
there should be more evil women. Petition to make more evil women. Mean Girls pretty alright. They turned into nice girls at the end, though.
Oh, I
I've
don't remember
never
that.
seen that movie. You spoiled it for me.
Oh wow! Oopsie!
Well,
I can't believe they become nice girls at the end. What's
they
the
made
point?
a DS game, so you can play that.
You're right.
It doesn't
It's not like
exist.
the
What are you
ultimate
talking-
canon.
There's a DS game and there's like no gameplay footage of this thing online.
Oh, that's right. That's one of the lost media
It's like
things.
it's like Lost Media's the
Yeah.
Mean Girls DS game.
You have to get the genocide ending.
I gotta find it and play it. And that'll be my Mean Girls experience. I'll never watch
Yeah.
the movie.
The genocide ending where Lindsay Lohan kills everyone, and the movie becomes Heather's. Oh wait, they don't kill everyone in Heather's.
Well, they kill a lot of people in Heathers.
They did kill a lot of people in Heather's. Heather's pretty
I love
base,
Heathers.
pretty relatable. What do I-
Musical is better than the movie, though. I gotta say.
You think so? You know what? I haven't even seen the musical. I should. I can't wait till I get more money, and I want to watch that Beetlejuice musical. My partner's a pretty big fan of it.
Oh, you cut out.
Hello? Did I cut out?
Yeah.
Okay. Is everyone still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what did you guys hear me say? Beetlejuice.
No.
I did now.
Okay. So yeah, I'm interested in watching the Beetlejuice musical because my partner's a pretty big fan of it.
Who's that animator who's on Twitter who's been like making an animatic for the musical?
I forget their name, but I know their profile picture is like one specific background character from Steven Universe. Wait, hold up. Because they're doing an animatic for the
Nicole Rodriguez.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I type in the name of the song on YouTube and I get a Destiny Child song. I'm like, never mind, that's not what I want. Yeah. Yep, goes by. Say my name, OC Animatic. What? What is this?
Huh?
Someone added their OCs, and they made like an animatic. What do you guys think about like musical animatics?
I think they're
I
cool and everyone
haven't heard
should
of
do
them. Oh, I didn't really watch them.
I do think they're cool. But
I'm kind of doing one right now for my final project in my animation class.
I want to
Nice.
do like God, what's the name of that one guy who has like the pink squirrel girl OC? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't think I'm familiar.
That sounds familiar. Are they like in like Newgrounds videos?
No, they mostly do like this kind of vaporwave, hyper pop
Oh.
looking animations, and it's like a pink girl, and she hold up.
You want to?
Oh, wait. Okay, that sounds familiar. I thought I might know who it is.
Soda Pop Funk.
Yeah, fucking just
Yeah,
typed in-
I've seen. I know who this is. I'm subscribed to them.
Yeah, they're cool.
I did not know their little C was a squirrel.
Yeah, it's because she has
I
a big like pink bushy tail.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and she has like little circle ears, like squirrels are infamous known for, you know.
Oh, I've not seen this before.
Yeah, they I like their soda. Is it Soda City Funk? Yeah, I just typed in soda on YouTube, and it's like the first video to show up.
I haven't seen very many of the videos. I need to watch more of these. They're so like simple and pleasing.
Oh, true. They're
beautiful.
really good. The Soda City Funk actually has like someone made their own version of their music video, and they like made it about Avengers Endgame. But it's not bad. Like it looks good, like because he matches the original guy's like art style, and he puts like just the Avenger characters, and I think it works. And after watching that, it made me realize, like, man, maybe I should do like my version of this video, but instead it's like it'll be a recap of the whole Villainverse story.
That's actually a pretty cool.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah, I think it could work.
Music videos get pretty big.
These videos get pretty big, and I like the format because it recaps it, but it literally doesn't tell you what's going on. It just shows you like the little series of events.
Dude, if I could make like Kingdom Hearts style opening AMVs for my comic and all my ideas, that would be fucking sick.
Those things are so cool.
Yeah.
I love every single one of them.
Also, speaking of animation, I found this is kind of irrelevant, but I found out my friend is a storyboard artist for the Moon Knight Girl cartoon, or not the Moon Girl cartoon.
Moon Girl.
Moon
Yeah.
Girl, the Devil Dinosaur. That's awesome.
But,
that's cool.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I thought I always like was scared that the Moon Girl character was gonna get boycotted, not by anti SJWs, but because it's like, so Moon Girl is supposed to be based on Moon Boy, who's a monkey, and Moon Girl is a black girl.
And Marvel, what are you implying?
And I was so thinking one of these days someone's gonna post like, oh wow, they turned a monkey character into a black girl. Like that's what I thought like someone would post, but no one's done that yet.
Good.
I noticed no one has done that.
Don't give him any ideas.
That'd be incredibly stupid.
I'm very tempted to like. There's like so many like little kind of like right wing ideas that I feel like could catch on that I just want to like meme to see if it could happen.
It'll never go away.
I want I always wanted to push the idea. I have this very specific idea that I think a lot of MGTOWs might like, where it's kind of like the idea of a girl asking you out is like the most demasculating thing a girl could do to you. And
yeah, I hate that. But go on.
So I basically just push this idea that like never let a girl ask you out. You always have to ask out the girl. If she asks you out before you do, she's demasculating you. She does not respect you. She does not think you have the courage to like take care of her.
That's probably what they think, and they'll spread it around and they'll agree with it.
Right, and now it's like less motherfuckers like dating. I like. It'd be so funny if there was like a skit about like one of these like men's right activist podcasters gets sued by like an incel for giving like the worst dating advice possible.
That would be funny. That's
you
like
gotta listen to the PCP before.
Oh yeah,
for a while before the collapse happened.
That'd be like a Loader Squad bit where they have a guy like giving shitty incel dating advice.
That would be my bit. When I
don't forget to open the door for your woman. She's incapable of doing it for herself. You need to do it for her. Buy her things to prove to her that you love her.
That's almost at the same level as like this. I forget the name of this one guy, but he's been popular because he's been quoted by saying that if your girl has an Instagram, that's like that she's cheating on you. And it's these guys like taking fucking serious. He has like a whole little army of like little boys who are like, oh, that's so true, King. And it's like, damn, I need to get a picture of that guy.
Thought leader.
Yeah, I need to get a picture of the guy and be like, POB, you're about to hear the worst dating advice ever. You're about to get no bitches. Oh my god. But yeah. Dating women, no thanks. Cringe.
Yeah, big titty goth girls aren't real. They're just stories to make you help to go to sleep at night.
Exactly.
True.
True. If they're not real, what's the point?
If they're real, then how come you only see them on Twitter, huh? Huh? Huh?
I think you look. You want big titty golf girls? Just transition, please. Just transition. Just
Right, become my own BTD goth girl.
Become your own big titty golf girl. It's possible. If you take enough HRT, you grow them big titties. I seen it happen. I was there in the battlefield.
That's how you cope with being alone.
That's how you cope with being alone. I hear that HRT like fucking like prevents you from like losing hair. Well, like from getting like
Does it now?
From getting a receding hairline, right? Because
Is that true?
I've heard it from one trans person. I don't know how true it is.
Huh.
I might be corrected later when all my trans parents listen to this episode and tell me like that's not how that works. But let's just pretend that's how that. Let's just pretend that's how that works for now.
I love spreading misinformation.
We're gonna wait for the call out posts, and then we're gonna wait for the apology video on your channel.
So I was gonna make it a call out post, and then people are gonna be like, "What the fuck is the Main Character Syndrome podcast? What the fuck?" No one's gonna know who that podcast is. It reminds you of the time that like Pan Pizza was scared of like the backlash I got from big Twitter artists. And it's like literally no one fucking knows I edit your podcast. I don't think you got nothing to worry about. It's all good. No one gives a shit. No one cares. Although a couple months ago, if you did look up my name, you would find nothing connecting me to big Twitter artists. But now, if you look up my name, you will find a lot of things connecting me. So
the past will never be erased.
Well, I'm thinking about making even like a worse comic to top like big Twitter artists, and then everyone will forget about big Twitter artists.
Okay,
everything that comes up is your Twitter.
Something worse.
Yeah, but it'd be funny, right?
It's funny watching you like dig yourself into a deeper hole.
Eventually, if you dig deep enough, you end up on the surface again.
You know what? That's true.
There's this site called Knitter that you're on, which is very dangerously close to another word in the English language.
Wait, is that the? There's like a handful of websites that just archive tweets, or like post the tweet.
Is that what Knitter is?
There's like I know there's like a Japanese one that does the same thing too. I'm not sure exactly what Knitter is, but
I don't know. But you're here. You might wanna get on this.
But I prefer to use the word nita. I think it's a little bit more respectful. I love that huge N at the top.
Yeah, it's just like epic. Letter N.
Yeah, epic. God. That's so cool. Damn, I only got 68 likes on that one. That can't be right. I swear I got more on that picture. Funny world we live in. I got one more thing on the docket before we go into final questions. But tell me, did you hear the news? So it's been confirmed that that Goku can beat Superman. It's possible.
Of course. Chris said so.
Yeah, Chris said so. Spade, you heard about this? You heard about Chris confirming that?
I saw you guys talking about it. I don't know who Chris is. And
you don't know Chris?
No.
I can't believe you don't know who Chris is.
Spiral, I can't believe this guy doesn't know who Chris is. It's
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. It's Chris.
Really.
I don't listen to shit people, so...
Look, Chris also confirmed that Goku is faster than Flash.
How the fuck can you say that Chris is a shit person when you've never even...
It sounds like he's a Goku stan, if you ask me.
No, he's not. He just sticks to the facts.
Chris makes sound arguments. He looks at all the facts. He's just saying how it is, really.
Exactly.
And look, Chris has the amazing authority to confirm once and for all Goku can beat Superman, and Death Battle was wrong.
He's incredibly well known in the power scaling community.
Yeah, incredibly well known in the power scaling community. His power level in the power scaling community is pretty big, almost as big as Goku's power over Superman.
What an honor!
Okay,
I was talking about this with some friends back in like high school, and I had just watched the second Gurren Lagann movie where like Gurren Lagann combines with like all the other robots and becomes larger than like the observable galaxy or whatever. And I was just saying we had looked up like what an argument to see if like Goku could beat him it was on like Reddit or something, or some like old forum or something, and this person had said that Goku can just go inside the robot and beat everyone up from the inside.
That's true. That is true. I didn't think of that angle. Yeah, because Goku doesn't have to fight the robot. Goku just has to get inside the robot.
This robot that can like is unfathomably large and can probably not really even be observed. He can just go inside of it.
Goku just instant transmission inside the robot and fucking chop off Simone's head. And then boom, you won.
Done.
Like done. Yeah, exactly.
Goku would probably use his strong teeth to rip apart the robot armor. Like that's what he's known for, right?
Oh, he could easily do that.
Yeah.
Like he has the same power as Garnet from Steven Universe with the strong teeth. I know.
I was thinking
Wait a
like
minute.
Garnet and her infamous strong teeth. Yeah, I remember that. I remember her strong teeth ability.
Oh, how could I forget Garnet's
How could you
famously strong teeth?
Yeah.
Did you remember the episode where Steven needed like a can to be opened and he's like, Garnet, can you just use your iconic strong teeth to open this can for me? And she's like, sure thing, Steven.
Of course, Steven.
She puts it in her mouth and she twists it around and she opens
Steven
it.
says, "I sure
And-
hope this can doesn't get in my way." And Garnet's like, "It won't."
It won't.
I think my favorite
won't.
part of the episode is when like after Garnet opens the can, a little bit of chili spills on the ground, and then Pearl's all like, "Steven, you spilled chili on the ground," and she gets on all fours and she starts eating it off the ground. and then it's like just a 5-minute sequence of like,
Hey, now hold
Pearl-
on. What are you implying? That
what?
That black people just eat food off the floor like
No, I said
animals?
Pearl
Huh?
did. I said Pearl did
Pearl?
that.
Okay, never mind. I said
Pearl,
Garnet.
Pearl got on all fours and she like started eating the chili off the ground because
Yeah,
she
white
did-
people do that.
Yeah, she did.
You can say that.
Yeah, I heard James Baxter actually animated that one.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah,
I was like,
it was surprising when they got him to animate Pearl eating the
It was a
jam off
good
the ground.
sequence.
and
Yeah.
like Pearl like she scoops up the chili in her mouth and then she lifts up her head. She lifts up her head a little bit. She's like, she got like her mouth wide open because because canonically she doesn't eat a lot of food, so she's gonna eat it weird,
Yeah.
right? And Steven like just watches her for 5 minutes.
we have to experience everything Steven does.
Yeah.
True.
We see everything through his eyes.
That was like the weird. It's so funny. That episode was written by Ian Jones Corey, which makes sense. It sounds like his style.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
100%. I think he did the same thing in OKKO too. The exact same scene down to the T.
Yeah, Pearl was. It was even Pearl who did it.
Yeah, 'cause that was the Steven Universe crossover. and then Uncle Grandpa showed up and he's like, "Oh, let me help you there, Pearl." And he started
Drop some lightning nachos on the ground.
gets on all fours. Uncle Grandpa's like, "Oh," he's like scooping it up in his mouth. And he's like, got my gloves dirty," and he takes off his gloves. We see his bare hands for the first time.
I don't think Goku could beat Uncle Grandpa.
No, Uncle Grandpa is like
There's only one person who could confirm.
omnipotent.
There's only one person who could confirm this, and I bet you that Chris is gonna say Goku can beat Uncle Grandpa.
Who has he
If
said that
he
he
said
can't
so.
fight or he would lose against?
I mean, he is the ultimate authority.
If he
Yeah,
says he
yeah.
wins all the time, then I think he's full of shit.
I think Chris also said that my dad could beat up your dad. I think he confirmed that officially. He confirmed it officially on his Instagram. He said like Cheesymanfredo's dad could totally beat Spadeheart's dad in a fight. I'm calculated the numbers. I calculated their power levels. I've seen how strong their techniques are in every episode. 100% Cheesymanfredo's dad is a lot stronger.
I think we gotta put like, this is the context for this Chris meme?
Okay. I guess that's true. I guess we've just been running for it with no real context to people.
Yeah, you just said, you know who Chris is? Chris is this. Like, okay, that doesn't explain who Chris is.
I think okay, so there's this one. It's like a screenshot from Instagram where it's like an image. It's like they wrote text on the image of Goku and Superman, saying that Chris has confirmed that Goku is stronger than Superman, and it's so funny because like I assume if you're following this Instagram account, you know who Chris is, right? So it wouldn't be weird. But this is like one of those cases of like the meme has escaped this target audience, and no one knows who the fuck Chris is outside of it. But it's just so funny that like this person with a very simple name has his ultimate authority to say that, to once again confirm Goku can't beat Superman. Oh god! No, Goku can't be Superman.
But who is the Chris? Is he a fanfic writer? Is he? Does he work in the industry?
He's a very well-known figure in the power scaling community.
He's a well-known.
That doesn't mean anything.
It means exactly what it sounds like.
He has clout. He has clout. He could. He has enough like authority. He has enough respect from the power scaling community to come to this conclusion. You know.
But can he see why kids love the Cinnamon Toast Crunch? I don't think so.
No, I don't think he can.
Takes a special person to see that.
But I think we're at that time, gentlemen, where I asked you guys the final question of the podcast, and that question is, who deserves to get canceled this week?
Ooh.
And I'll while you guys think of your answer, I'll go first. But I think the people who deserve to get canceled are the people who give a shit about people being fat.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, like fat phobic people. Like I was watching this one video. Yeah, I was watching this one video where this guy was just super upset that fat people existed. He was just so upset that there's videos of fat people dancing, and he's even more mad that there's people in the comments saying, "Oh, you look so good. Oh, you're so hot." It's like, oh my, and this person just got so upset that he sees it as like, oh, all these people are lying. Oh, these are all just women. Oh, they just want to make each other look good. It's like, oh my god, bro, why the fuck do you care? Where does all this,
like, calling someone fat, that's like the only like adjective people use as like a hard insult.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Oh yeah, well, you're fat. Like,
okay. That's just like a regular descriptor for a human.
You're fat. Yeah,
like, yeah.
Like I get that if you're upset at someone you call fat, but I don't get the people who like literally have no reason to be.
Easy.
I would get if you're like angry at someone and you call them fat or you call them like a fat ass. That's fine if it's like a confrontation you're having. But like if you're someone online who goes out of your way to go to like fat people TikTok and watch videos just to get mad, that's sad. Yeah. That's just sad. You're just like a sad person. And like, why the fuck do you waste all this time giving the shit that other
time they feel an emotion?
Right, exactly. Like, what do you get out of putting people down? Like, it's like you're just jerking yourself off in front of a camera. It's so fucking stupid. And I hate the people who there's people who label this as kind of like, oh well, you know, by calling them fat, you know, it's shaming them into like, you know, working out.
I hate that shit so
that does not work.
Yeah.
That's not how that fucking works. That's not how that shit ever fucking works.
Just
ever.
Yeah, they think it's just a little bit of tough love, so you know how to motivate yourself. It's like,
nobody gets anything out of it.
Imagine if you were a smoker and someone randomly came up to you and started yelling at you that smoking is bad. That's not gonna make you like. No one getting yelled at ever has fucking changed their mind, especially coming from fucking strangers, right? Mm-hmm. You know, like they don't care. They don't care. Like there's a fucking random YouTuber out there, a fucking like failed comedian type motherfucker, who is like out here just like super upset that fat people exist, that fat people have their like little spaces and they're enjoying themselves. Like, bro, why the fuck do you care? What's this energy coming from? Right?
Like, you guys remember like, that app called Yik Yak?
Sounds kind of familiar.
Vaguely.
It was like a community like text-based version of Snapchat where you kind of you go like an area. It's all location based, so you can open like a little topic based on the city area, and you can like start discussions. I got in a long argument with some jerk like shitting on fat people, and he was saying all that other shit you would usually hear, like, "Oh man, people just are fat because they choose to be fat." It's like, well, yeah, and what if they like it?
Challenge this guy in real life.
It's like, I had a friend who was fat and he worked on it. He lost weight. He did this. He did that. Like, okay, what about the person who didn't want to do that? Like
literally don't care about people like dictating their lives. You know, these are also like the same people who like are like, bro, you shouldn't really care about other people's political positions. And usually when it comes to people being fucking like white supremacists or shit, It's like when should you, when should I give a shit then, huh? When the fuck is it like important? There's also people who frame it as like, oh, them being unhealthy, like, you know, our taxes goes to paying for them. It's like, bro, our
Not
taxes go to
really.
way worse shit.
Yeah.
Our taxes go to like, that is like not even, I wouldn't even say that's at the bottom of the barrel. It's like not even in the fucking barrel of like worse shit. Bro, our taxes go to fucking bomb brown kids in countries you don't even know existed. Like there's way worse shit out there that your taxes are going for.
Yeah. And I
Then,
said
like,
in the call the other night,
a fat person sees medical attention. Oh my god, like, bro, that's not the fucking worst thing ever.
I said in the call the other night, like, people think it's the end of the world when they see a plus size person in like the clothing section in the advertising poster or whatever. It's like, who cares?
They think it's like the end of the world when they see.
They think it's glorifying that body type. It's like, no, it's just it's realistic.
That it exists.
People look like this exists, you know.
There's
It's also manipulated putting like skinny people on everything and like trying to send the message that, oh, you need to be this or you need to buy our product in order to become this. Like that's not true either.
Yeah, how come like they never say like, oh, these are glorifying skinny people, because they never even think of that. Yeah,
because I think that's the normal. That's the what's it called? The normal.
It's like normal.
That's not a stigma against skinny people.
There isn't, and a lot of like skinny people. Like,
that's the quote unquote standard.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Where it's like, bro, it doesn't. It shouldn't matter. Ultimately, it shouldn't fucking matter. That mannequins should be at any size, at all.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Fucking, like, who cares? And also, and like this guy was also framing it as like, it's like corporations taking advantage of fat people, which is such a dumbass argument, because it's like, corporations say fat people have money too, dude. That corporations are gonna like fucking sell out to whoever the fuck.
They'll take anybody. They take anybody's money. All money is good in their eyes.
How come this guy isn't saying that like, oh, corporations are trying to sell out to white boys with the movie Joker? It's like, yeah, like they're never gonna fucking say that. We all know it's true, but they're never gonna fucking say that. It's dumb. It's got all my other cancellations have been kind of like ironic, but this is the one that kind of gets me mad. Nah, JK, all my cancellations are 100% serious. That was a lie. That was a lie I just told. But anyway,
that said, I don't know who I want to cancel
this week. You don't know? Do you got any idea who you want to cancel? Spiral?
Man, I was thinking about this like
who?
I watched. But
I know who I want to cancel.
And I came up with an answer, but I forgot it.
Okay, well, Spade, you could go if you
I want to cancel Mr. Enter again for saying that shit about turning red. And everybody who's against turning red for stupid reasons. I haven't even seen the damn movie. I don't really need to. I know what it like message is about, like, or the goal it has. So I'm okay with it existing. I don't need confirmation of like whether this is a good job or not. But you got like jerks out here saying, "Oh, it's not good because it didn't represent 9/11," or "It's not good because it's about a girl instead of a boy this time." Like, what the fuck ever?
That shit was insane. that was.
And I was talking to people who were getting oversensitized about it. Like, oh, this movie is sexualizing a young girl because she twerked in a scene. It's like, well, I had to ask around about the context of it. Like, she was distracting her mother, so she wasn't looking at something.
I think this is a thing that more people need to fucking realize. And this is kind of like the rise of the boomerification of like the millennials or whatever you want to call the fucking younger generation. But like, they were saying that shit like back then too, they were saying that shit about every dance back then. They were saying every dance was like sexual.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Right?
They have that literally in the movie.
like twerking, like it's incredibly suggestive, just like every other dance is incredibly suggestive. Like, let's fucking stop kidding ourselves around. I guess because twerking kind of caught on more with like mainstream people, and it's like the one dance move that most like white boys are aware of. They don't know the name of any other dance move because they don't dance.
Didn't Miley Cyrus start that one?
It's kind of been robbed of its like suggestiveness,
and that's like old, kind of. That's like 6 years old now. And people who are upset about the period allegory, like, dude, this is worse shit out there. This is tame.
The whole like period stuff, because I watched like I watched the Mr. Enter video, but I also watched the ER video of it, and
ER made a video about it.
Yeah, Yeah, ER's video is like the most like superficial understanding of like how the movie works.
What's a
You
good
cannot
video?
fucking pay me to watch an ER video.
Yeah, it was like only 6 minutes. That's why I was like, oh well, it won't be that much of fucking torture. But what was kind of just like fucking stupid on ER's behalf was that he's all like, oh, the period metaphor doesn't work because she's like a panda. And and the thing is like the
Nigga, do you know what a metaphor is?
It's not literal. It's a metaphor.
Well, here's his thing, like, because he's like, oh, because in her panda form, she's like doing all these things that don't happen during a period, and it's kind of like, did he not see the scene where like they acknowledge a period is a separate thing and the panda represents something else? Like the panda is supposed to be this kind of like ambiguous, more all-encompassing idea of like growing up and maturing and being the kind of person you are. It's not just that it's a period. It's a lot of things, right? That's why like the panda, like her using her panda abilities are used in several different ways because it's like not just that. And it kind of reminds me of like people's argument with like, oh, in Steven Universe, fusion is sex. Well, no, that's not true either because they don't use it to like reproduce. It's more just like a physical manifestation of like a relationship of a connection shit. Right, exactly. And like, sure, it's intimate.
I will like say that it does track that some people wouldn't really get that because we don't really see it in a lot of other contexts besides like a potential romantic relationship. Because there's,
I think the only other context where like they use fusion and then it's not like this whole like romantic thing is like when Steven fuses with his dad in the movie.
Yeah,
right.
And, like it's always. All the fusion dances early on were pretty suggestive, so it implied.
I guess, yeah.
It implied something different, but it's I don't know. I don't blame people for interpreting it the wrong way.
I just think the here's like the biggest dead giveaway of when you're analyzing something and when something isn't a fucking metaphor for something. The her becoming a red panda is not necessarily a metaphor for her being a period because of the fact that a period also exists in this world. And it's fucking acknowledged as a thing that girls go through. Yeah. Then the panda is something else. The panda isn't just a fucking period. And he's a real fucking like idiot for bringing this shit up. And no wonder it was only 6 minutes because you had nothing fucking worthwhile to say.
And when it holds true that when you come of age, after your coming of age story is over, you can double jump.
Oh, I love that. I love it when she unlocked the double jump ability. I was like, yo, she got the double jump. That was good. That was really good.
She can float down with her tail by holding the A button.
For a second there, I was like, oh, could she do that? That's cool. But it's like, oh, wait. Yeah. I haven't even seen Turning Red properly. How I watched it?
That's just great.
I watched it half asleep over the shoulder of my partner who was watching it off of a live stream on TikTok.
Oh my god.
Dude, yo, TikTok is so crazy. TikTok right now, it reminds me so much of early YouTube because you could reply to people, like you could do video replies, and also you could just find randomly full movies. But people are just like live streaming, like they're just live streaming themselves watching Family Guy or SpongeBob or playing video games or just watching a movie, just watching a whole ass movie. I think my
Anarchy. That's awesome.
Yeah,
but it's also the new Vine too, right?
It's like it's like this. Yeah, it's like this all different like fusion of stuff. But like, do you remember when people were like when they took away the dislike button on YouTube? And people got so mad, like, oh man, what if I need to look for a how-to CPR video and like I can't tell if it's shitty or not because there's like no dislike.
Yeah.
And in my back of my head, I'm like, just look it up on TikTok, motherfucker. It's faster. on TikTok, it will be just a 5-second video. I do not look up cooking recipes on YouTube because on TikTok they're way faster. They just give it to you like all the ingredients, all the things, boom, 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 boom. You made it, and it's like
and they won't like stop you with like sponsorships and ad reads and stuff on TikTok, huh?
Yes, true.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
If they're gonna do sponsorships, they usually do it at the end, and it's not too bad because it's usually under a minute. Like, damn, I've learned how to cook so much shit off of TikTok because they just give it to you quicker. It's just it's so good.
Hey guys, like and subscribe and hit the bell. Also, let's talk about Raycon, my sponsor for today. Like, oh my god, I just want to watch the fucking recipe.
Just teach me how to make chicken katsu, please. I'm gonna fucking go for all this bullshit.
I'll read an hour-long video on how to find TM26 earthquake. Just fucking show
Yeah,
me where to get it.
with full commentary.
Okay, all right. So we got your Spade. All right. What about you, Spiral? Who do you want to cancel?
Ah, God, that's a man. I don't
Anyone-
know.
Anyone annoy you this week? Anyone get on your nerves?
Any particular group, like black people or something?
And any particular group?
That's
Maybe
good. Tempting.
maybe of the long nose curly hair variety. I don't know. Just throwing ideas out there. Just throwing ideas.
Long nose, curly hair. What?
I'm doing like
Oh,
you get it.
no.
Yes,
Usopp.
Yeah, Usopp fucking
That was
this.
my first thought, but that can't be what he's talking about.
Why would I cancel Usopp? Oh my God. Come on. Let me just drink the rest of this delicious Sierra Mist.
Sponsored by Sierra Mist.
Shit. Let's just say I cancel my nigga Sport Town Heroin. Cancel die.
Agreed.
For what? For what?
I don't know.
She's annoying.
Oh my God! You're canceling a trans person. That's not cool.
She's not annoying, but she's like really she does not give me her my biggest complaint on Sporktown Heroin does not give me enough compliments. I think that's my biggest complaint on Sporktown Heroin. I like because she was a big push for My Alien Girlfriend, and she got it. She got My Alien Girlfriend, and now I ask her like, well, what do you think? And she's like, it's good. That's all she says, and it's like that's fine. I kind of get a little bit more feedback. Although saying all this, she did give me a little bit more feedback last night. Now that I think about it, and she's gonna listen to this episode, and she's gonna DM me saying like, "What the fuck, man? Fuck you, and Spiral." I'm canceling Spork for getting chronic 1-page fatigue. And
I'm canceling her because it's funny, and I couldn't think of anyone.
Do you know what 1-page fatigue is?
Let me guess. It's when
read
you
one
making
page
a
of comic
comic.
and then you stop reading it.
Yeah, no, it's when you're making a comic and you
Okay,
make
I thought it was
page.
that when you're making.
Yeah, when you're making it, you make 1 page. You're like, "Woof, that's good enough." And then you wait 5 years to you wait 5 months to do the next page.
It's called pacing yourself.
That's not pacing. That's not pacing.
You don't want to get overloaded.
That doing 3 pages a week is pacing yourself. That's like an unfinished book.
Having just started doing comics again, it's looking like I've just done 3 pages in a month.
I need to get back on the attitude I used to have back in the day of like really pushing people to work on their comics. Maybe my goal should be to induce suicide onto an artist, and then I'll become legendary.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
I mean, if it works.
Yeah, what are you looking at?
I'm gonna kill myself if you don't finish your comic, and then it puts pressure
I'm gonna fucking kill myself. You don't fucking finish your comic. Yeah, I'm gonna rate.
It could backfire because they'll probably like bet you on it, and then after you're dead, they'll dedicate it to you as a drive.
And then
it was like, this is dedicated to my friend Cheesy, who killed himself because I didn't finish my comic.
Please don't dedicate your comic to me if your comic sucks. Thank you. Imagine that.
My final word. Your final wish.
Oh God, that reminds.
I need to start working. I'm gonna start writing a comic over the summer.
Cool.
Very nice.
I got an idea. To act on.
You gotta act yourself, Spiral. Do you really want to make a comic, or do you just want the story to exist in a form?
I want the second one. I've been thinking about putting it on Itaku, and making it an account.
I don't want to like just write a story. If that's what you mean.
Or try webtoons or something. I don't know.
Because I think a lot of people who like want to tell a story have to consider like is this like something that could exist in any form, or does it has to be a comic, right? Because I feel like a lot of people stop making this comic is when they realize that the story could be told in another form. you know.
You know what?
it's
I
like
also thought about drawing. You know that channel Comic Storian where they go over comics. I thought about doing that for my comic pages and talking about it that way. That could be. Yeah, I was supposed to comic, but like for video context, I'll like talk about it.
No, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. There's a couple of like, I'll say this real quick because we gotta end the episode pretty soon. But I had this whole idea for a fan fiction for what my version of Ghostbusters 3 would look like.
Uh-oh.
And I kind of just want to do it kind of like a slideshow video on YouTube because I don't want to write it. I just want to get out the general ideas of what I mean. And my whole premise for Ghostbusters 3 would have been you remember the whole controversy with the lady Ghostbusters that happened?
Yeah.
No, that movie was perfect. What are you talking about?
So that controversy, I want that to happen in universe, like in Ghostbusters universe, right? And the whole
not a bad idea.
Yeah,
like it's a movie, or there was a team of Ghostbusters.
The whole idea would be that like because in the first movie they established that reactor they have that contains all the ghosts, if it blows up, it fucking will take a chunk of the city. So that's how the third one starts. That shit blows up and it takes a chunk, and it becomes a kind of metaphor for like an ecological disaster. Like, oh wow, like 1/4 of the city is trapped in a ghost dimension, right? And the Bill Murray character is kind of like, oh, we could waste all this money to clean it, or we could just distract everyone by showing how woke we are. So he starts the Girl Ghostbusters, and then everyone hates the Girl Ghostbusters, right? So everyone gets distracted from the giant ecological disaster that New York is in, right? Because they get distracted by Girl Ghostbusters, right? And then it turns out that the Girl Ghostbusters are actually good at their job, and everyone starts liking them. And then Bill Murray, and then they start talking about the ecological disaster, and Bill Murray's all like, yeah, we seriously don't want to spend money on fixing that, so we're just gonna throw the Girl Ghostbusters under the bus and blame them for not fixing it yet.
Whoa.
Right? And that's basically like the simplified version of my premise, but I wanted to do a little video that just kind of covers the whole thing, like, oh, this is what it would be like, because I think this could work. I really hated that last Ghostbusters movie. I haven't seen it, but I've heard what happened. And I'm like,
I haven't seen it.
I have like zero interest in Ghostbusters.
It's kind of like, imagine if someone told you like, oh, have you tried the new Ghostbusters cake? And it's like, oh no, what does it got in it? Well, they took a fat shit in it, and then they covered it in frosting. And it's like, okay, well, I don't want to try it. It was like, well, how you know it's bad if you don't want to try it? But
I've heard good things and bad things about it.
I really don't like this fucking, like, I hate this whole like deifying like ancient like 80s like media. I fucking hate the deification of 80s media. Yeah. It's a fucking poison. I hate it.
I saw Ghostbusters and I thought it was alright. It was a funny little cool movie, and that's all I thought about it.
Yeah, because
it wasn't like fucking life changing or anything.
I liked I liked how funny and casual the first Ghostbusters was, and I like that, like, cause I love characters who are just like assholes and don't really care about anything. Because like in Ghostbusters, it's not about saving the world. They're just like pest control, right? Yeah. They're just trying to make a buck. They're just trying to, like, you know, Bill Murray's character is like a whole fucking womanizer. You know, they don't care. They're not these like, they're not fucking Jedis. The proton packs aren't their fucking lightsabers. But this new movie fucking treats it like that's the case.
They were like ultimate heroes or whatever. Like, no, they were kind of just assholes.
No, they were just kind of like pest control assholes that had a nuclear reactor in like the middle of a fucking city. Like, come on.
You know what? That's what they should have done. They should have made the women like assholes. That would be fun to watch.
They probably would have. People would have hated. People would have pretended to hate the movie more.
Yeah, sure.
If that was the case, because people just fucking love to pretend that they hate that movie. It's a fucking identity.
And not just because they don't like women or anything, yeah.
Yeah, but before we end, I'd like to say, Spiral, I appreciate you not canceling Ben Saint. Because you would have been like the fourth or third person to want to do that if you did.
I don't care enough about whatever happened, whatever stupid controversy surrounds Ben in his own community to cancel him over.
Yeah, who cares?
You actually want to cancel PragerU because they're spreading lies to people, but like actually doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I answered
is
for
a
you. Yeah.
pretty okay and cool guy. That's my opinion. On him.
Dennis Prager, pretty cool guy, pretty bass
Like-
guy. Okay, well, before we close out, tell the audience what is it you guys do and where they could see the thing that you guys do.
I'm Spiral. I am an artist. I'm hoping to start working on more animation. Get my skills up there, and you can find me at Spiral_Senshi on Twitter and Instagram. And I draw my OCs. If you like violent women with guitars, follow me. And if you like Sonic, you should follow me.
Wow. Pretty good. What about you, Spade? What are you
once
doing? Where can
again,
I see it?
Once again, I am Spadeheart. I'm most active on YouTube and Instagram right now. I'm thinking about making an Itaku account, but that's not final. But on YouTube, I'm youtube.com/WeGuess or jump letter N shoots, all one word. It might be WeGuess because that's my old like username all the way before like even Google Plus started. So you're not allowed to change that for some reason. But that's I do Let's Plays, and I'm trying to get some art videos in there as well. And then for Instagram, I'm Spades and Storms, all one word. I post like I post concept art ideas with my People with Powers comic alters, or just like ideas I have in general about other stuff. Also like pictures of my area, and that's about it.
Epic. And I'm Cheesymanfredo. Don't forget to read Villainverse. Don't forget to read My Alien Girlfriend. I got 50 other projects. When this video comes out, I am going to be vending at a free comic book day event at SoCal Comics in San Diego. If anyone out there knows what the fuck that is, that's where you could see me. And yeah, I think that's been the episode. And goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.